Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. So good Tuesday morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. Wow, big week last week for the SEE Awards, and now we're back on to working on all of our events for the future. We've got our CRE Awards in Budapest. Confirmed. We're doing it at the once again at the InterContinental in Budapest, so that's coming up soon. Also, I'll be in Budapest in May, so we definitely like to meet up with anyone there. Also, we have the Investment Awards, also October 27th, 1 week later, as we do every year. And this is another big year. A lot of investors already confirmed. Big projects coming into play as well, so a lot happening there. Next week, we'll also be at, we just confirmed, we'll also be at the launch of the Monica project in Ljubljana, Slovenia. So we'll be broadcasting the Coffee with Craig's show in Ljubljana for a few days in Slovenia, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So so definitely watch that. We have some interesting interviews with the developers and other officials that are in charge of that. Big, very exciting. I haven't been to Ljubljana for a while, and great to see they have such a big project going on as well. So,
yeah, it's taken some time, that one.
Yeah, that one is. It was started, for those of you that don't know, it was Monica was started by the Trigranite team. Oh, I think they were advertising with us 10, 12 years ago, and now it's taken over, it looks like, by OTP. We'll find out more. They just had sent us some information, so we'll be going down there for that. And so a lot of excitement there in Ljubljana and Slovenia. I guess we'll have a little bit bigger section in Slovenia for the EXPO Real magazine as well.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, more than we normally have, yeah. Or what we've had over the last couple of years. So, Winston, how you doing? Welcome back to Warsaw.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Craig.
Yeah, it was getting too hot in Bucharest. It's good that we're too hot and sunny there over the weekend.
For a bit of sledging and snowball fights.
A little bit of snow. So, any news for us for EuropaProperty.com?
Yeah, there are some news. Yeah. These are the highlights from the EuropaProperty.com website for today, Craig.
Excellent.
And we'll start in the Baltics. We haven't had any news from there for a bit. But KS Holding, a Kesko group company,
right,
has completed the sale of the Kesko Senukai stores in Vilnius and Daugavpils. Excuse my pronunciation on that one. To the Finnish special mutual fund Titanium Baltic Real Estate. And Titanium, last November, they acquired the Ozols Center in Riga.
Right.
And so KS Holding has brought to the market now around 60 million worth of product.
Wow.
Which has been sold on to investors. So it's a good pure developer investment cycle going on there, and it bodes well for the market, I think. And KS Holdings returns to their shareholders in recent transactions exceeded 20% per annum. So the shareholders will be happy as well. So
for sure.
Some good deals going on there. And according to the CEO of KS Holding, he says, "I'm greatly pleased with being able to achieve such a high valuation for our Vilnius store. The conditions for retail have been considered as challenging, but our partners, Kesko Senukai, have proven to be highly resilient and adapted to market conditions." Yeah, so I mean, these big DIY type stores, it was a kind of safe haven during the pandemic, and yeah, they did really well. They were open all the time. So
excellent. Well, it's good to see so much is going on in the Baltics.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just on the retail front as well. I mean, I think all sectors, including industrial and office, are getting an uptick. Staying in the logistics industry and moving to Romania, and Globalworth has announced a partnership with Catid in the light industry and logistics sector, and they're going to focus on small business units. This is the first acquisition involves some business units that are going to be around 45,000 square meters in Stefanesti, which is located near Bucharest. And according to Mihai Zahara, he's the Globalworth Romania head of investments in Romania. He says, following the growth of the e-commerce industry, we've identified a new target with high potential, which is small and medium-sized companies looking for modern storage spaces. These will obviously be last mile kind of facilities located on the outskirts of cities, which are, there's a huge demand for these type of developments these days.
Especially in Romania, where it's so hard to get around and you really need your items close. Yeah, so many mountains and mountain roads.
Right, yeah. And I mean, I would imagine there's a lot of decent areas around Bucharest to house your stock.
For sure.
And staying in the industrial industry, and Accolade has announced that its investments in Bigos, it's invested around 200 million euros in four modern warehouses in the Bigos area in Poland, and it's around 240,000 square meters. And at the same time, the investor is launching another new project, which is a 40 million euro project in nearby Piła. And now Accolade is one of the regional leaders in the Bigos area, which which a lot of the developers are moving there and developing there. And but now Accolade have around 40% of the total modern office warehouse space around the area. So,
wow! So they're really controlling it now.
Yeah. And this apparently it's a good business environment, and its location and infrastructure is really good for this type of sector. And finally for today, moving to Warsaw, and Capitalcom, which is a high-growth investment trading platform, has leased nearly 3,000 square meters in the Skyliner project, developed by Capitalcom in Warsaw. And according to Jonathan Squires, he's Group CEO of Capital.com. Capital.com has grown tremendously in the past 18 months. Our success is truly apparent and measurable through the amount of new staff we are hiring to manage and support the different aspects of the business. Over the last 2 years, our headcount has grown almost fivefold. And the tenant was represented by Maxim, and Karen Pole was represented by CBRE.
Oh, okay, yeah. Karen Pole's done very well there, I think, with their Skyliner. But, a lot of competition in that little area.
Yeah, it's Rondo, Dash and Skiego, and all the big towers are around there. Then, there's a lot of high class A office space to choose from.
Well, they got to fight it out with Skanska, Glamco. I'm sure when they're talking with the big companies doing leases, those are, it's a hot area, but also a lot of competition.
Yeah, and that's like it's a new high tech growth industry that's moved in there, taken 2 floors, and they've got to be very happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's all we have for the day?
Yep.
Excellent. So thank you all for watching the Coffee with Craig show today. We have over 8,000 viewers and over 8,000 viewers a week just on LinkedIn, and over 15,000 on our interviews. So if you're interested in potentially being a partner on our show, let us know. We've got some weeks still available this year before summer, and some weeks after summer still open for opportunities. So enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves, and we'll see you tomorrow morning on the next Coffee with Craig show. Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.